Town Hall 15 rocket balloons against Town Hall 17. Everyone says that's impossible, let's prove them wrong right now. Let's start by walking through the army composition and the core mechanics behind this strategy. We open with the warden, followed by balloons and healers. The priority is getting the warden cleanly so he can do his job without interruption. Once he's settled, invisibility spells are used to cloak surrounding defenses, leaving one defense near the clan castle deliberately visible. Then earthquake spells are placed touching the clan castle building, and when the fireball connects, it takes down the clan castle entirely. As the warden pushes further, he might drift towards a high damage zone, so spells need to be ready to respond quickly. In this instance, he stays relatively safe, and with the healers benefiting from the rage gem, sustainability isn't a major concern. There's a single Inferno, which does require spell investment to deal with, but it goes down cleanly. On the opposite side, the Dragon Duke is deployed alongside a small stack of balloons to scout for black mines before committing the main push. The flank has solid entry value, so funneling is set up here. A wall breaker is sent to open the walls. If the wall breaker isn't your preferred siege machine, the log launcher is perfectly valid alternative, but the wall breaker performs surprisingly well in this setup. Cleanup troops including super barbarians alongside the warden are deployed around the exterior to handle outlying buildings. The hero abilities should be saved for the core phase, as that's where the incoming damage peaks. At the same time, keep the warden raised through the fire spitter to sustain him through this section. For the closing section, rocket balloons are deployed targeting high priority defenses. Single tower infernos are one of the most frustrating defenses to deal with, so eliminating them early in cleanup phase matters. Additional rocket balloons are sent from the top side to continue sniping defenses and to help out the heroes. Do not neglect your cleanup deployment. Attacking a Town Hall 17 as a Town Hall 15 means every single building has substantially more HP than you are used to. Working through them takes longer, and that adds up fast. In the next attack, we'll push that further and go for 3 stars against a Town Hall 17. We open by taking down an air defense immediately. This was done to reduce the number of invisibility spells needed later in the attack. The main push begins with the warden, supported by balloons and healers. Sustaining the warden all the way through is the primary objective here, including taking down the clan castle. The moment the mortar falls, invisibility spells go down. You'll need at least 4 for this section. Follow that with earthquake spell, then activate the warden to eliminate the clan castle building and any significant defenses in the surrounding area. The warden will be taking heavy damage at this point, so reach is mandatory. Without it, he goes down. After this phase, the warden's pathing determines how the hero's deployment unfolds. If he drifts left, which is not what we want, the heroes need to be sent from the right. If he goes to the right side as intended, the heroes go from the left. Either outcome is workable. Hero entry angle is flexible as long as the funnel is set and rocket balloons are available for support. On the other side of the base, the push begins with an ice golem, wall wrecker, and heroes. The funnel is constructed using furnace and super barbarians on both sides, channeling both the king and queen into the base together. Rocket balloons can be added here for additional support if needed. While this is being set up, keep an eye on the warden and continue deploying balloons to scout for black mines. The enemy king and expo are frozen to ease the wall wrecker's entry into the base. A Tesla activates and draws the king outside. This is acceptable, don't panic. The monolith gets a freeze to limit its damage output and the push continues. On the right side, the warden's health drops low, so he gets a reach immediately to keep him in the fight. With the situation developing, the Dragon Duke is deployed and the king's ability is activated to drive him toward the core. This is real-time adjustment. These moments will come up, and being ready to react quickly is part of what makes the strategy work at higher level. The Dragon Duke's ability is used to support the core push. As he takes incoming damage, he is made invisible to reposition safely, and the Queen's ability is activated to accelerate the core destruction. Rocket balloons are sent to support the warden. Once the air defense is eliminated, the Dragon Duke's effectiveness increases significantly. Minions are deployed around the exterior for cleanup. Don't delay this. As for the final push, regular balloons target the wizard tower, while rocket balloons are directed at the scatter shot. That combination is enough to neutralize the remaining key defenses, and from there it comes down entirely to cleanup. If your cleanup troops have been deployed consistently and on time throughout the attack, they will finish off every remaining building. This base had a centralized town hall, which shaped a lot of decisions made here. In the next attack, we'll see how this strategy holds up against a completely different base layout. For the next attack, the log launcher replaces the wall wrecker and most of the army composition remains the same. The clan castle is positioned towards the side of the base, which changes the opening slightly. Only two invisibility spells are needed and the fireball connects to take it down cleanly. That's the advantage. Dropping too many units in close proximity will lower the CC, which disrupts the entire setup. You will have to look out for that. The bomb tower on the left is eliminated first, and that is intentional. Removing it steers the warden to the right side of the base. If you pass to the left instead, it creates complications. While the warden pushes through, rocket balloons clear their nearby defenses and minions handle exterior trash buildings. The warden only faces the RC on his path, so he moves through relatively safely. Rage him whenever his health drops, but heavy spell investment isn't required at this stage. After the Royal Champion is dealt with, the left flank becomes clean, easy entry point for funneling minions. At the same time, make the funnel better on the left side with more troops. The fire spitter is then taken down with rocket balloons and the warden gets raged to keep him healthy for what comes next. The monolith must be dealt with by the warden, there's no alternative here. A freeze goes down onto the monolith and invisibility spells simultaneously. The timing was slightly late, but we'll redo it. On the left flank, Ice Golem is deployed first, followed by the log launcher. The queen is held back briefly to allow the push to develop before committing her. On the top side, the funnel needs tightening, barbarians and furnace are used to sharpen the angle. Then over from here, rocket balloons and the dragon duke are deployed. His role is specific, clear this compartment, so other heroes can walk straight into the core without distraction. The king ability is activated to maximize the core damage, the dragon duke ability follows at the multi-gear tower, and the queen ability is held back for a moment. There are still spells left, and the warden needs support on the field, so we'll make him invisible. His survival at this stage is critical. Then the queen's ability is activated, and on the top side, rocket balloons target the air defense to support the dragon duke. An invisibility spell is used in the core once more. It will reposition and deny the enemy king from claiming our warden. A freeze covers the X-bow and air defense to protect the dragon duke and to buy the time it needs for the final push. Cleanup troops are deployed around the perimeter to clear the remaining exterior buildings within the time limit. The base goes down cleanly and the 3 stars is the result. Next up, we'll see how this strategy holds up against an anti-2-star base. The clan castle on this base sits slightly towards the outside, but the direct approach from the bottom is off the table. The angle triggers the CC immediately and throws the entire plan out of the window. Instead, we attack from this side. Before deploying invisibility spells, I would like to take out that mortar. A reach spell can be used here to speed up the process, but it isn't critical. 3 invisibility spells follow, along with the warden ability and 2 earthquake spells. The combination strips out a significant chunk of the base in one sequence. The funnel is then tightened by clearing a few additional buildings with the goal of steering the warden toward the top side of the base. This time, the warden won't be walking alone, the dragon duke accompanies him. The reason behind this is straightforward. When the warden is paired with the king or queen, they frequently attack walls instead of defenses, which takes time. The dragon duke avoids that problem entirely and they move along the base at a much faster pace. The dragon duke is deployed first alongside a couple of rocket balloons to scout for black mines. The warden is then made invisible. Without it, the enemy king and scattershot will take him down before he reaches his targets. As the scattershot is about to fall, the warden gets reached and at that point, he is capable of taking down the enemy king on his own. For this particular attack, the siege machine selection is flexible. The king and queen will be working around the perimeter of the base regardless, so the core push is carried by the warden and the dragon duke. A blimp could be used to crack down a specific compartment if preferred, but Wallrigger is the choice here for consistency of the video. The bulk of troops are deployed from one side, heroes are supported with rocket balloons, and as the town hall falls, the dragon duke converges with other heroes to consolidate the push. The king's ability is activated to burst through the remaining defenses and drive toward the center. He'll briefly move toward the outside, which is fine. An invisibility spell is used on the dragon duke to extend his survivability, and his ability is then activated inside a small tightly packed compartment. These dense compartments deal a lot of damage, so a reach spell is recommended to push through them quickly. However, a tornado trap in a confined space can stall your troops, so be aware of that. Cleanup troops are deployed around the exterior. This has been emphasized throughout the video and remains just as important here. The monolith is locked down with the freeze spell the moment it activates, limiting the damage output. The Queen's ability is activated for the final push, and the monolith continues to be frozen with every available freeze spell until they are exhausted. As always, the cleanup troops do more than they seem, execute all that correctly, and the base falls triple secured. Now after this, if you would like to see top 7 Town Hall 15 attack strategies, then check out this video. It has the top 7 strategies lined up from good to best. And with that being said, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.